Hello, everybody, and welcome to We Believe podcast for Stilettos on the Pavement. My name is Brenda Myers, and I will be your host today. And my co-host is Mr. or none other than Gerold of 99.1.
Yeah, hey, how you doing?
I'm good.
I'm happy to be hanging out in the studios with you.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you for being here. And I want to thank Tamika Garrett for asking me to be the host for this podcast today. Tamika is amazing. She is the founder of Stilettos on the Pavement, and I know you guys have heard of Stilettos on the Pavement, but if you haven't, you soon will, because she's doing amazing things. She believes in female empowerment, and I'm just so excited that she, chose me to host the show today. So, before we get started, I want to just pay my respects to the families of the 3 kids that were that died this week. Things happen so unexpectedly, and when it happens to our children, we just want to just really, really let the families know that we care. The kids 2 of them were tragically killed in a car accident. 15-year-old Armand Littleton and 17-year-old Therese Hoskin. And then the guy that died at the football field at practice was Philip Laster Jr. So we give our condolences and deepest sympathies to the families of each of these young guys. Okay, now, today I want to talk to you about everything that's going on in the community, the nonprofit, giving back to the community, and what it means to share, your time, your money, your efforts with the youth in the community through nonprofit organizations and sponsorships and donations. But before I do that, let me tell you a little bit about myself and I guess why Tamika asked me to be the co-host. My name is Brenda Myers. Again, like I said, I am CEO and founder of Entrepreneurs Academy 101. I am the president of our nonprofit, Entrepreneurs Academy 101 Foundation. I am the owner of Journey Insurance Solutions, and I have an online boutique, Boss Babe Lady Boss. And I've also written 3 books. So I'm pretty excited about my accomplishments. And I am the mother of 2 twins, a boy and a girl. They're older. And I have 4 amazing grandkids. So it's an honor to be here today. So I'm going to introduce you to my co-host, Mr. Gerold Girbeau.
Hey, what's going on out there?
All right, just tell us a little bit about yourself.
What can I say? I've been in radio and media for about 27 years of my life. In Jackson, I worked with some people out in LA doing some things out in Atlanta, and of course out in Harlem, New York. Shouts out to the Harlem people in New York, and had some interesting situations to happen. So, and I'm here for the community, man. I just recently got named one of American Cancer Society's Men in Pink this year, so I'm really proud of that accolade, and I'm ready to work with the people, man. So yeah.
Well, that's awesome. And it is true that real men wear pink.
Oh, of course.
It takes a lot for a man to wear pink. I remember back in the day when pink.
When they thought it was just a weird thing. Yeah.
Pink. So, but I'm just proud that you're lending your time.
Oh, absolutely.
To that organization.
And I'm happy to do it, man, because when we were in high school, we always tried the pink polo knitted shirts all the time. So, and it became a trend, and we just made it happen. So here we are, years and years later, decades for me, doing Men in Pink with the American Cancer Society. I want to shout out Stephen James as well, and all the people over there at the American Cancer Society, Jennifer Pennington, and of course Brenda Starbuck. Man, they are working very hard, and all the guys that are Men in Pink as well. They're a group of us, and they have a class every year. And so we got together, and we had an initial meeting about 2 Thursdays ago, and now the campaign is growing. It's competition between the guys, but the overall goal is to raise money for the American Cancer Society in Mississippi. And they have a great facility over there across from UMMC Hospital.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great. That's a wonderful, wonderful organization.
Right.
And Stephen James is a phenomenal person.
Yeah.
And he is definitely giving back to the community, and with everything that he does. And it's
Absolutely
always top notch and first class.
Right.
That's wonderful. But you mentioned that it's a competition. I just want you to know that, I know you're going to win.
I definitely hope I do, because it's always a great situation to be in competition with other guys. But, the overall goal, I always think that, when you are raising money for people in our community, then it always takes a group effort to do it,
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Absolutely. And speaking of raising money, I mentioned the nonprofit that I have.
Absolutely. Yeah, we talked about that the other day, when you came over to our studio. So, yeah, we talked about it. That was a good situation. Yeah.
Absolutely. And so, it takes a village, to I guess, to deliver what we're trying to deliver to the kids. You know, it's all about the children. I mean, the purpose of my organization is to be able to give scholarships to middle school, high school kids to go to college and to, you know, learn about entrepreneurship.
Right.
Entrepreneurship is an option now.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
That word has been thrown around so much since the pandemic.
Right.
I've never heard the word entrepreneur or entrepreneurship, you know, used so much.
Especially in our community, I always thought that it always should have been an option, you know?
Yeah.
You know, there's nothing that African American race can't do. I just feel that way,
Absolutely.
you know?
Absolutely. So it's, you know, it's always been our time, but now it's really our time.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, we're doing our thing. And so I encourage anybody out there, you know, if you want to donate, if you want to, you know, donate your time, give some money, sponsor a student, you know, give me a call, hit me up, and I will definitely, you know, put you where you need to be able to give your money and your time.
Yeah, I saw your commercials. I saw your commercial.
I'm
yeah.
So excited.
Yeah.
I mean, the commercial is just the first step. I mean, we got to put it out there and we got to blast it, you know, however we can.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's about the children. You know, it's not about me. You know, it's about making sure that our children have, I call it a leg up.
Right,
life,
word,
you
right,
know?
Absolutely.
So, yeah, but it's going to take, like I said, it's going to take all of us doing what we need to do to, you know, to
Oh,
make it
sure.
happen.
Oh, sure. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
Yeah. And then also, too, you know, older people are leaving their jobs, you know, the great resignation. You know, they're wanting to have another career. You know, they don't want to work the 9 to 5 anymore. You know, I think the pandemic showed us that we had an option. We could pivot and start working from home, and, you know, and then when it was time to go back to work, they didn't really want to go back to work.
Oh, absolutely.
So, and a lot of them, they did start their own businesses while they were at home, you know, but my academy, Entrepreneurs Academy 101, it teaches you step by step how to become an entrepreneur from start, like when you choose your name, the LLC, all the way up to, you know, promoting it and social media marketing, you know, and all those things. So some people think that, you know, just because you pay your $50 or whatever, you have a business. Technically, that's true.
Right.
But when it comes to building and growing and doing it the right way, you really need training on how to do it properly.
Oh, sure.
Because
absolutely.
if you don't, it's going to come back and bite you.
Those are the basic things that you need, and a lot of people don't know just that. They know that they got a situation or product that's great, but a lot of people don't know, and that's where you come in. You know, especially with the nonprofit part. Man, that's a great idea. Yeah.
And then too, you know, females are killing it. You know, they're stepping up and doing their thing and making a difference. You know, I mean, female entrepreneurs are the leading, I guess, organization or group, you know, in starting their own businesses. You know, we're taking a stand and we're like, you know what, I don't want to work for a boss. I want to be the boss.
Oh, absolutely.
You know? So, you know, they're doing their thing. So I'm proud of it. Shout out to the female women out there doing your thing.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So one more thing I want to talk about before I get deeper into this entrepreneurship thing. I heard that you did something called Hoochie Daddy.
Oh boy, this is gonna be the second time I've had to talk about this today. Yeah.
Well, I'm listening. It's the first time I'm here.
So one day Rita Brent, who all that don't know who she is, she's a comedian from here. And she's been working with Wanda Sykes, and she's done some great things, and she's had a couple of comedy shows. And I was texting with her, and she said she wanted to, I was texting with her, and I said, yo, you need to do something crazy since this Hoochie Daddy thing is out. And like, she was like, okay, I came up with the song. And I was like, you really did that? And she was like, yeah, now I made the song. Now you got to be in the video. So last week, you know, she had this video shoot, and, you know, I myself, along with, you know, a few other guys, they were in the Hoochie Daddy video, and so we wore these shorts. Like mine were like 6 inches above the knee.
Yeah, I didn't consider yours really Hoochie Daddy.
You said what now?
I didn't consider yours really Hoochie Daddy.
But they have some that are like 3 and 4 inches, and they're like way up there. But I just did the thing in fun to be funny or whatnot. You know, she asked me, and you know, Rita Brent she's always been supportive of what we did. So it's just a reciprocating situation, and that's how it should work. So, you know, when she asked me to be in the video, I was like, oh yeah, let's do it.
It was a no-brainer.
Oh, it was an easy no-brainer. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, I love Rita Brent. She is hilarious, and she's doing so many things. You have all the TV spots and the comedy shows.
Absolutely.
And, she's
Shouts
always
out to
coming
her.
up to something. Yeah, shout out to Rita Brent.
Yeah.
We have our own local celebrity.
Yeah, she is definitely one. So,
and I actually didn't even know that I had worked with her mom. I worked with her mom years ago, and at the Hoochie Daddy video.
Shoot, you were there. Yeah, I saw you. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. You were there.
And I was like, I know you, and she said, "Well, Rita's my daughter." I said, "Stop it."
Yeah,
because I didn't.
And you could tell right here in the smile area. So yeah.
Yeah, they look alike.
Yeah,
they do look alike. So anyway, so what else you have going on with 99.1?
99.1. It has reached staple in the community status now. We've been here for 10 years.
Oh wow!
You know, I bought the station back in 2012, and I was 35 years old, and here I am 10 years later.
Wow!
And we're still pushing our campaign, you know, classic hip hop, old school hip hop. And around, I think, about 2 years after I had the station, I met Tamika Garrett. So, and ever since then, we've had a great relationship, you know. And she's always, if I call Tamika, she'll come, you know, and you know, I try to do the same thing if I'm not crazy busy. But Tamika and Stilettos on the Pavement, it's always, you know, when she first started out with it, you know, she grew and people had to fill her out. But man, I mean, the accomplishments that she's done till now, oh man, they're incredible. So, you know, I support that Stilettos on the Pavement. I think that's an awesome idea, man.
I 100% do.
Yeah.
I do also. As a matter of fact, years ago when she first started it, I was so impressed. You know, I reached out but then I was like, I don't think that I have what it takes to be a member of Stilettos on the Pavement.
Right.
But then fast forward, you know, we connected again, and she told me, you know, you should never, you know, wonder if, you know, you're a woman, you're doing great things, you know, you can be a part of it.
Sure.
You know, if you have a heart of giving back to the community and serving, you know, positive role model, you can be a part of the
oh yeah, definitely.
So, and she believes in female empowerment, and
yes,
that's
indeed.
what I really like about her.
Yeah.
And also, it's giving everybody, you know, a chance.
Oh yeah.
And then platforms such as this.
Oh, sure.
Where we can come on here and talk about, you know, what's going on in our lives and our careers and the community. You know, this is a great platform. So shout out to We Believe Digital.
Yeah, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Okay, so, but anyway, like I was saying, you know, everything that's going on in the city of Jackson with, you know, the water and the city council and, you know, all of these things, now is the time for us to put our positive, you know, thinking caps on, our positive emotions.
Absolutely,
you know, because when people are in a situation where, you know, everything is always negative, it does have a trickle-down effect.
Right.
So we need to, you know, get some of the city leaders to, you know, just
well, it's well, the thing is, it can't just be city leaders. It has to be citizens as well. And you have to be a fighter if you're fighting for the community, and if you want to do more than just complain, you got to get up and do something about it. You know, you as a citizen you have to say, okay, maybe I'm not doing enough. You can't just sit back and get mad at, you know, people who are in leadership. I mean, I think it's a train. and everybody needs to be on the train, or rather than speaking negative about the train, especially if you live in this community, in this city, you've got to be on the train with the leadership and holding them accountable. Not talking about personal stuff, you know, not talking about non-personal, just talking about the facts and holding them accountable for it. And if they don't do what they're supposed to do, then you just get your group out, and you get your community, and you vote them out, and that's life.
And that's what, that's how it keeps moving. You know, we have to hold them accountable, but then we also have to hold ourselves accountable too.
Well,
like
yeah,
said,
right.
We have to do. We have to do our part.
Absolutely.
You know, and voting is the number one thing that we can do to make a change.
Absolutely.
So, and then we have to work together too.
Oh, absolutely, man.
All of the bickering and the stuff that goes on, that does not give a great image of the city of Jackson. So,
but it's a part of it,
Yeah, it's a part of the process.
But,
it
is.
I would rather that be more behind the scenes,
right?
than televised.
There it is.
But it's part of the process. So the city as a whole is doing amazing. We're coming back together. There are so many more things to do here.
Right.
So people used to say, well, there's not a whole lot to do in Jackson. But
that statement right there, for me, I think we got to go to break, but I think we got to come back and talk about that statement when we come back. But that statement right there, I got to say something about that when we come back.
All right. We'll be back in a minute, taking a break, and we'll be back in 2 minutes. Are you dreaming of becoming an entrepreneur, but you're not sure or how to start? At Entrepreneurs Academy 101, our online program will guide you step by step on how to start and grow your own business. We offer courses such as how to write a business plan, how to create a budget, and so much more. Our online training program is designed for you to learn at your own pace, and there's no set order to complete this program. Because our academy is online, you have the choice to learn with a group, with friends, or individually. Upon completion of the entire curriculum, you will receive a certificate of achievement to acknowledge that you have completed the training needed to become a successful entrepreneur. So enroll today to design the life that you love. Contact your entrepreneur coach, Brenda Myers, at 601-672-0695 or visit our website at www.entrepreneursacademy101.com for more information. Are you dreaming of becoming an entrepreneur?
Do you have something to say? Do you want your voice heard? Join the We Believe Global lineup. Be the star of your own show. For more info, call 800-492-5186, option number 1, or visit online at webelieve.global.
The Mississippi Link is an African-American female-owned newspaper with a trusted voice that is highly respected throughout the city, state, and nation. Our motto, Keepers of the Knowledge for People Who Speak the Truth, since 1993. Link significantly influences the thoughts, attitudes, and buying decisions of its readers. Call us at 601-368-8481 for your advertising needs. If you would like to receive a newspaper in the mail each week, our annual subscription is only $52 per year. That is only $1 per week for you to stay informed regarding many stories that you can only get in the Mississippi Link. Sign up today at themississippilink.com and click on Home Delivery.
We are back with We Believe Digital and Stilettos on the Pavement. I am Brenda Myers with my guest co-host, Mr. Gerold Girbeau, 99.1. So before we went to break, the last thing I said was there's not, or people think that there's not a lot to do in Jackson. So Mr. Girbeau said that he wanted to elaborate on that a little bit. So I'm going to give him the mic and let him tell us what's going on around the city.
Well, Brenda, if you club all the time, there definitely isn't anything to do in this city. But if you expand your mind beyond clubbing, there's something to do in this city every day, believe it or not. I think clubbing is a part of culture here, but there are gang load of things to do in this city with your children if you have them, and without children if you don't. There's plenty of nice dining, nightlife. There's plenty of entertainment. Sometimes there are classical concerts going on, and you just have to have a mindset to do that kind of thing. The live entertainment, Mississippi, we do everything with food. Yeah. Everything.
Yes.
We do everything with food. And Jackson has some great restaurants. And, there's restaurants in this city now where you can go to one every night of the week if you choose to. It was a little slow, but now everything is starting to grow and pick back up. You got these new entrepreneurs coming out here with new restaurant ideas, new situations going on. All you have to do as a person is just be open-minded enough to want to try it out and support it,
Yeah.
And then the word of mouth gets around, and then everybody's there before you know it,
Right. And then we have, Eventbrite. You can go on Eventbrite and it'll show you what's going on in the city.
Oh, absolutely.
And you can plan your, weekends around,
right.
what's going on. So I think that's a great thing. And yeah, we have grown when it comes to restaurants.
Yeah.
And, activities. I know in Fondren, they just added the bowling alley and, some other things.
Got a chance to hang out there and experience it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
so,
indeed.
And it's growing, and we have new restaurants like Godfrey's.
Yeah.
He just opened up his nice new restaurant.
Oh my gosh, man.
And you were at the opening, right?
Yeah, I was at the grand opening. It was great. It was awesome. If you haven't been over there, man, you got to check out the scenery over there. It's everything you want in Caribbean food.
Yeah.
The atmosphere is great.
Yeah.
So, oh my gosh.
I remember the one that he had before in South Jackson. Just to go in it, the ambiance was like, wow.
Yeah, it was good.
This is in Jackson.
Yeah.
And now this second one is, he stepped it up a level.
Oh, absolutely.
So, shout out to Godfrey's.
Godfrey's 10.0.
Right.
That's what it is. It's not 2.0. It's 10.0.
Right, it's 10.0.
It's crazy. It's bananas over there. So you got to love it.
So there's stuff to do. I mean, I tend to agree with you. There is stuff to do. We just have to find it and, look for it. But, on your weekends, everybody's kind of gotten into the posture of wanting to just stay at home,
Yeah. I mean, I think COVID kind of did that.
Absolutely.
It's like it I guess it was a blessing and a curse, you know what I'm saying? But here it is, an opportunity for everything to start back growing again. And, for cities to build that haven't had so much to do. Like, I just don't agree with that. I got to say, I don't agree with that statement, there's nothing to do in this city. That's definitely not true.
Yeah.
It just
I
isn't.
guess that was a statement of the past. So if people who hadn't been here, in a while, they always
either that or
it's like, oh, wow.
it's still people out there that say that. But then when you challenge them and say, well, what do you mean by that? They can't tell you.
Right.
Because I was like, well,
they're talking about days of past.
We have
ago.
Visit Jackson. We have what you said. You go to Eventbrite, all these kinds of places. If you listen to radio 99.1, shout out to B-Day 99.1, you'll find out what is and what isn't. You know what I'm saying? You can still do things like that.
And then we have in Brandon they have the new amphitheater.
Right.
And they bring concerts there all the time.
Right. Absolutely.
So
where was I? Pre-COVID, I went to this place. It was in one of them green places. I always get Greenville and Greenwood confused. I don't know. But it's wherever the place is, it's one of those green places. I always get them confused.
That's funny.
And I went to this spot called the Alluvian, and it was great, Had no idea the place was out there. But, I'm telling you, in all quadrants of this state, there is something to do.
Is that a spa?
It's a spa. Yeah,
I've heard of it. I've heard people talk about it, and I wanted to make a plan, like a girls' trip, to go up there and just kind of hang out and get pampered.
Oh, I think it's an awesome situation.
I heard it was beautiful. So.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
I'll be planning y'all girls, y'all hear my friends up there. We're going to go on a girls' trip. And what is it called again?
The Alluvian. I went there. It's a great place.
The name even sounds, exciting.
Yeah. So I went to these places, places like that, and other situations and places. They're great. So.
And sometimes, Jackson is given the feel kind of a big city. You know, we go to Atlanta and you see these places, and like we have the new place on State Street, you know, Trio, and I'm just shouting out all these new businesses because I mean, you know, if nobody talks about it,
it is a big city when you say Mississippi. It is. It's you know, it's the biggest city.
Yeah.
So
yeah. But compared to like Dallas and Houston and all those places, you know, we're growing. I don't know how we're gonna be in the same genre or area with those big cities, but we're getting there. You know, we're getting there. We're spending our dollars here to make Jackson better.
Let's just be honest. There is no competition. Can you mimic and maybe mirror what another city is doing? Absolutely. I think that you know, mirror or enhance what they've got going on. Yes, but I mean we're us. And we've got to do what makes us
we're
feel
Southern,
good.
Right. We're from the South, and we are going to, you know, we're going to be Southern, you know. We're going to be Southerners.
The thing about Jackson, what I love about the city, we can throw a party anywhere. It
Oh,
could be one right here, right now. It could be one in the parking lot at a gas station. All somebody has to do is just like turn up the volume on their radio and it's up, you know. So, and that's a part of culture.
That's a part of culture.
It's just been happening forever.
Yes.
You know?
Even with the Jackson State Homecoming, the block party.
Oh my gosh, what particularly I was fond of was, you know, last year football season. I know there were, and in the past few years, pre-COVID, you know, the attendance at the games was very low. But I mean, you know, last year that was beautiful. I know there were 100,000 people out there.
At least.
I hadn't seen it like that in forever.
60,000 in the stands, and then the other part.
Oh my gosh! Out in the parking lot where we were tailgating at the kids zone, it was crazy.
Right.
Oh
the
my
kids
gosh!
Zone. Tell us about the kids zone.
Yeah. You know, so Stephen James and I, man, for the past at least 6-7 years, we've gotten together and done the kids zone, and what we do, you know, we're right there up by the stadium where they do all the vending. That whole space is ours. We do the bouncy houses. We have the snow cone stand. We have games. We got the music, you know, B-Day 99.1's out there. Stephen James is out there with his foundation doing stuff, man. And it's a whole vibe.
Yeah.
And, you know,
Man,
we make sure that we look out for the kids and their parents are over there partying. You know, we got safety measures and rules over there. They're coming over there eating free snowballs and whatever else is on that truck. And shouts out to my man Cleo Hollis. He's always, you know, he's got the bouncy houses and he's just there letting everybody enjoy themselves and they're listening to music. And hey, man, it's a whole vibe. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So,
that's
absolutely
what I'm talking about. That's the kind of thing that makes us a great city.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, when people come together and use their resources, you know, to make things happen, especially for the children.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So, but yeah, I feel like getting back to Jackson State, you know, Deion Sanders coming here is phenomenal to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, he has made so many wonderful changes, you know, to the city of Jackson.
Yeah.
And, you know, just the people that he's bringing around here.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
It's awesome. I mean, The Rock at Jackson State.
Yeah, man. I never would have thought about it, you know.
I know, right? You know, and Deion is a celebrity in his own right, but then all of his, you know, friends, right? And he's bringing them to Jackson,
right?
You know, so but we just have to make sure we take care of them when they're here, because you know the crime is getting a little out of, like, not even a little out of control, is out of control, and so just to make sure that we protect the people that he bring around, you know, we gotta get on top of it.
I don't know if it's out of control. I just think what it is a handful of personal stuff, because if you look at the crime, it's always something between two people
that know each other.
So, you know, I think that's another episode to talk about. But it is, what it does is that personal stuff, it spills over into you sitting at the red light and you see people, you know, shooting at each other.
Yeah.
And I think that's a thing that, you know, I just think that's another episode, but it does need to be addressed.
Yeah.
And we need to hold parents accountable, because I think it's teenagers that are doing it.
Right.
And I'm in the 40 club, and I think it's people in my age range and their children are doing this kind of stuff. So,
well, you're right. That is a topic for another show. And actually, I have Detective Terrence Jackson. He
I
is
know Terrence.
robbery, homicide,
Shouts
and robbery, homicide, and hostage negotiation, I think.
Yeah.
So he is going to be one of the guests real soon. And Terrence, he loves the kids and he loves what he does for the community and being a police officer or a detective. You know, he's one of the best.
Oh, absolutely,
He's one of the
man.
best. And
met Terrence way back in early 2000. Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah. I've been knowing him probably 22 years, maybe.
Oh,
yeah.
wow. I met him during a fashion show.
That's
back
what it
in the
was,
day.
really. Yeah, that's what it was. It was Misha's Models
Misha's
fashion
Models,
show.
back
So,
in the
yeah, I
day.
met him then. And when I was interning at 97.7, I met him then, and it was cool. I mean, we just all were cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and I've been
Yeah.
knowing him ever since. So.
Here we are today. He's a whole detective, and
Yeah.
you know. But I'm going to have him on. We're going to have him on in maybe a couple of weeks or so.
Oh, absolutely, man.
So.
Yeah.
But so we're going to take a break here in a minute, and we're going to come back and talk about some more giving for the community organizations that are helping, you know, inspire our kids to be great.
I love it.
So we're going to share a little bit with y'all when we come back.
All right, let's do it.
Is there anything in particular you want to talk about when we come back?
We'll figure it out during the break. Yeah, figure it out during the break.
You are funny. You are always funny. You run around like, okay, like he's a character.
But you know, if you know, the Gerold Girbeau, it's, you know, everybody's known that, but you know, there's another part. So,
Absolutely.
you know, you have to do that in public and do what you're supposed to do, and that's I call that work. But to me, it is work, but it's fun,
Right.
and I could do it forever because what I love about what I do, it's something to do different every day.
Right.
So,
Oh, wow.
So
That's amazing.
every day. I don't do the same routine every day.
Wow. Everybody
So
don't
I
have
get a
that
chance to say that, you know, and it's blessing. So,
It's a blessing.
Yeah.
And when you love what you do, it's really not work.
No,
you know?
it isn't.
When you love what you do, it is not.
It can be a little stressful sometimes, but it ain't work.
Conflict territory. Everything is a little stressful. So
absolutely.
But like I said, we'll be back in a few minutes, and we're gonna just talk about the community and giving and nonprofits and all of that. So we'll see you in a bit. Are you dreaming of becoming an entrepreneur, but you're not sure where or how to start? At Entrepreneurs Academy 101, our online program will guide you step by step on how to start and grow your own business. We offer courses such as how to write a business plan, how to create a budget, and so much more. Our online training program is designed for you to learn at your own pace, and there's no set order to complete this program. Because our academy is online, you have the choice to learn with a group, with friends, or individually. Upon completion of the entire curriculum, you will receive a certificate of achievement to acknowledge that you have completed the training needed to become a successful entrepreneur. So enroll today to design the life that you love. Contact your entrepreneur coach, Brenda Myers, at 601-672-0695 or visit our website at www.entrepreneursacademy101.com for more information.
SocratesGarrettENT.com is a diversified firm specializing in recycled aggregates and crushed concrete. SocratesGarrettENT.com's recycled materials provide the construction industry with significant economic and environmental benefits by recycling clean concrete rubble into M.Dot grade rock materials. Recycled aggregates and crushed concrete can be applied to driveways, road construction, bank protection, parking lots, general bulk fills, and more. For more information, please call 601-896-0084 or visit us online at SocratesGarrettENT.com.
Podcast with Stilettos on the Pavement. Again, I'm Brenda Myers with my co-host Gerold Girbeau. I was about to say Gerold Levert.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Gerold Girbeau.
Thank you.
We're about to wrap up this segment, but what I want to do is acknowledge some of the people who are giving back in the community and doing great things. Dr. Kimberly Hilliard, she is such an amazing woman. She has iVillage Legacy Project, And we just did a 6-week mentoring program with, it was 4 students, I believe, who had an idea of business ownership. And so as business owners, we, mentored them, took them under our wing to show them, what it takes to be a business owner. So I just want to give a shout out to Dr. Kimberly Hilliard for, her efforts in trying to, improve the community and help the kids to know that they have another option. We don't have to be victims of circumstance. Just because we live in an environment, that doesn't mean that it has to go with us and grow with us everywhere that we go. So teachings and trainings, it really, really gives the kids something to look forward to, something to aspire to. So at the Center for Social Entrepreneurship, CSE, that's where you can go and you can learn anything you want to learn about entrepreneurship. And then she has some other courses as well. So I was honored to be one of the mentors, and my mentee, Sharice Johnson, she was amazing. So shout out to her, and I know she's going to be fantastic with her business. The name of her business is Magnolia School of Decorum. And so it teaches young people about how to behave in society, how to conduct themselves in a formal setting, in a restaurant or wherever. So these things are needed in our community. So thank you, Dr. Hilliard, for having the vision to just put it out there and help the children. So, Mr. Girbeau.
Yes, ma'am.
What you have going up since we're wrapping this thing up? Anything you want to say?
Yeah, I just want to tell people, I'm saying, check out 99.1, man. It's the old school hip hop station around here. You won't be disappointed. Tomorrow's Thursday. One of our favorite days is Throwback Thursday. Mm-hmm. So we play. We're old school hip hop, but we can take it back and blow the dust off the records. Stuff. Go digging in the crates and get it. Mm-hmm. So, man, the station definitely, man. Y'all go follow us on all of our social media. That's B-Day Radio FM. That's on Facebook and YouTube. And, of course, on Instagram, it's B-Day991. And you can follow me on Facebook because that's all I got. I'm an old man, so all I have is Facebook, and that's Gerold Girbeau. So, yeah, you'll find me on there, man. And check out, and if y'all want to, man, I'm going to put my link back on my Facebook page for Men in Pink. For
Real
the
Men
American,
Wear Pink.
Yeah, Real Men Wear Pink, for the American Cancer Society. Y'all donate to that, man. Donate. We trying to raise this money for real.
Appreciate it. And you can reach me at, all of my social media handles at Brenda Meyer, CEO. And just, leave me a message if you want more information about Entrepreneurs Academy. If you want to donate to Entrepreneurs Academy One-on-One Foundation, there's information there where you can, you can do that. My website is www.brendabmyers.com. Entrepreneurs Academy is www.entrepreneursacademy101.com. And the nonprofit foundation is entrepreneursacademy101.org. There are buttons that you could push to make a donation. And I'm telling you, if everybody within the sound of my voice, all of our social media friends, if they donate $5 or $10, we could make a really big dent in the bucket. Okay? So we're asking everybody to, for the Real Men Wear Pink Cancer Society, the nonprofits and all the organizations, CSE, donate your time, donate, some money, sponsor a kid. You'll be glad you did, and it can change the trajectory of their lives.
Absolutely. I totally agree with you, man.
Yes.
This has been great. I appreciate you having me on We Believe Digital Podcast,
Absolutely. This is an amazing platform, and we're going to be reaching out to other leaders in the community to have them on, to talk about their businesses, to share their ideas, anything they want to talk about going on in the community. This is the platform to do so. Follow We Believe Digital on social media. And follow Stilettos on the Pavement, and Tamika Garrett, shout out to her again for giving me this opportunity to be able to do this. Platforms such as this, we can reach a lot of people because I believe this is streamed on several different platforms.
Yeah, I think that's awesome.
Yeah, and you can catch the replay on YouTube because we're live right now.
Yeah, we are. I love it.
And we did pretty good to be live.
Yeah.
So, but again, just check us out and we'll see you next time. We Believe Digital, Stilettos on the Pavement. I'm Brenda Myers with my co-host, Gerold Girbeau, 99.1.